Welcome back, everyone. This is Nate from Nate's Here and There. I'm coming to you from Spring Hill Baptist Church here in Tradesville, South Carolina. So I thought I would walk through their cemetery and see what kind of old graves we can find, military. That's what I've been really focusing on, is really the military. Bringing them honor. Now, if you see me, if I do a grave of a military, I do a kind of like a moment of silence. That's the reason I don't click off of it as soon as I say something about it. It's just a moment of silence. But I've got my Cash App and my PayPal in the description of this video and in the description of my channel. If you want to, help out the channel, support the channel. It helps out a lot with gas and everything. So I can come do these cemetery videos. But all that said, grab a chair, sit back, and enjoy. And this is the first time I've ever seen guidelines, new restrictions of the cemetery. No upright tombstones or markers will be allowed in this new section. No copying gravel cornerstones, walls, or similar obstructions will be allowed. Only markers that are level to the ground are permissible. Approval by the cemetery team is required for any marker that will be installed. Anyone installing anything without prior approval will be required to remove it. That's the first time I've ever seen a kind of like a guidelines. And this is first one I come up to was Minor M. Star, South Carolina SP5 Army personnel, 1933 to 1959. Thank you for your service. And this is Jerry Dennis Knight, South Carolina SP4 COE5 55. Made in 21st, 1946 and April 21st, 1967. Thank you for your service. And this is a marker of William Thomas Duncan, U.S. Army, 1912 to 1984. Thank you for your service. This is Alan Funderburk, U.S. Army, World War II, 1919 to 1990. Thank you for your service. And also, this is his wife, Edna Eubanks Funderburk, 1925 to 1949. Thank you for your service. Now you want to say fell in. Look at that right there. That is completely fell in. Florence K. Sowell, 1894 to 1982. And here's Ben T. McNeely, 1891 to 1947. This is his wife, Mary Hunter McNeely, 1890 to 1940. Sorry, I'm having problems with my gimbal. And this is the first time I've ever seen this before. Unknown graves. And they got their names on here. I guess this was a steeple at one time. There's a church right there. It was like it could have a steeple on it. Here's Philip Snipes. 1914. He was 90 years old. Ooh. He was 90 days and 3 months old. And I think he was in the military, and he was a Civil War veteran. Thank you for your service. And this one right here is leaning real bad. But this is, I can't read it. I can't even read I can read the name, date, 1832 to 1852. 20 years old. I guess this part of the cemetery is the unmarked graves, because I can't read any of these. I mean, you can't read any of these. I was wondering if there was something different about these two down here by themselves, or three of them. There's one right here, Willie Mooser. I can't read a date. I don't know, but this one right here is a military. Duncan Dees, 1830 to 1862. He was a Civil War vet. Thank you for your service. It's Charlie Funderburk, 1881 to 1923. And he's almost in the highway. His is almost in the road. I mean, it's close to the road. The road's right there. And here is Henry Hunter, 1884 to 1912, son of Calvin and Caroline. It wasn't that old either. And here's some over here. That one right there is broke. You can't read it. But there's a real big one right here. This is the Reverend M. Plyler, P.M. Plyler, 1899 and one of these. You got to add up the date. He's 75 when he died. He died in 1899. And I forgot to say this. Thank you for your service. And this one's broke too, and it just says 1850 to 1889. That's it. No name. And this one right here is broke all to pieces. You know, you got here in this elements, it'll tear these tombstones up. You got one right here, you can't read any of this stuff. And I guess this right here is a part of the unknown graves. But it's got the markers like fence right there. And they got the headstones right here, but it has nothing on it. Got two little cats right there. And here is Elizabeth Walters, 1838 to 1892. Christina Funderburk, I'm sorry. 1787 to 1873. 86 years old. Good long life. Oh, here's another one. I can't really read the name, but 1787 to 1867. Good long life. And this right here is something about the Funderburk. It's got the castle on it. Race, Frankshires, Saxon stock, noble royal house of Berg Castle, Stampberg, and it's got a picture of the castle right there too. And it's got their family crest. Ooh. Von der Berg from the castle of Haynes Devald Funderburk, 1724 to 1818. German migrant wife, Kathy, 1735 to 1805. Ooh, this is good to run into. I'll have to remember this. And this is the Daughters of the American Revolution. Pioneer settlers on Upper Lynch's planter on Polecat and Lynch's Patriot. American Revolution supply sons, patriot 8 sons, 4 daughters, Baptist, a founder of Spring Hill Baptist Church. Okay. That's quite amazing right there. And this is the children. John, 1758 till 1852. Married Larryman. David, 1760 to 1824. Married Catherine Rape. Abel, 1765, 1848, married Barbara Plyler. Joseph, 1769 to 1850, married Molly Stuckey. Jacob, 1771 to 1861, married Barbara Delaney. Harry, 1773 to 1843, married Polly Rape. Geo Wash, 1775 to 1896, married Sally Scott. W.M. Laney, 1777 to 1852, married, I think he was single. The grandchildren, Funderburk, grandchildren 45, others probably 55. I'm going to tell you this right now. There's some old graves out here. S.L. McManus, 1858 till 1934. His wife, Lorraine Funderburk, 1865 to 1912. There's Sally M. Funderburk, 1888 to 1935. Margaret Manus, 1914 to 19... That's a baby. All these are babies right here. 1912. Carl McManus, 1912 and 1913. Albert McManus, 1909 to 1910. All these were babies. Here's N. Bunny Funderburk, 1878 to 1963. Kate M. Funderburk, 1883 to 1964. James W. Funderburk, 1882 to 1915. Here's Bert Hegler, 1880 to 1956. Mammy Hegler, 1886 to 1973. And Effie Massey, 1884, she's still not live. They haven't come put her, what y'all up? She'd be, let's see, 1984, she'd be 100. She'd be about 136. There's no way. And there's BNC 1880 to 1965. And I really can't tell about this one. I've looked on it. I can't even tell a date. Wolf. Wool. W-O-L-E-E. Or W-O-L. Wolf. I hate when they get worn like this and you can't read anything. But here is Lula C. Polk, 1887 and 1972. James Polk, 1881 to 1870. Here is Henrietta S. Arant, 1855 to 1944. John D. Arant, 1852 to 1929. And you got to see this. Let me get my shoe back on. Wearing flip-flops. They've got the picture. They got the picture on this one. You know what? It makes me feel like, I looked at it when I looked at it for a minute. And it just seems like they're just so happy. They don't have too much to, these days and times, I hate to say it this way, you got so much to deal with. Life was so simple back then. And here's Amanda McManus, 1850 to 1928. And Thomas McManus, Theo, I guess that's Theo McManus, 1852 to 1941. They got a little family set up right here, but you can't really read the other ones. Here's Burl Wright, 1856 to 1928. Mary Wright, 1865 to 1941. They have fought a good fight. They have finished their course. They have kept their faith. Gone but not forgotten. Here's Georgia Ann McManus, 1879 to 1960. George McManus, 1853 to 1923. You can barely read anything on it. I could really see the name. You could see it pretty good. And this one says Emily, 1815 to 1928. 1845 to 1928. Here's Sam McManus, 1851 to 1930. Mary B. McManus, 1869 to 1948. And they got some right here, but they turn around backwards. I can't really see that one. Only thing I see is the date, 1894 to 1911. There's Hattie May, daughter of S.N.F.A. Stacks, 1907 to 1935. Here is Mary W., wife of Samuel Laney, 1850 to 1918. And just look at this. I love this headstone. Huge headstone. Now watch where I step, because this done fell in. And this is Samuel Laney, 1847 to 1921. And here's Emma P. Baker, 1858 and 1909. A loving mother. Well, mothers usually are loving, so I love these when they do that. They pay homage to the mother. And here is Molly's the Star, 1873 to 1942. James the Star, 1873 to 1943. I mean, there are a lot of old ones out here. You know what? You know the thing about it though, there's not that many military, but that's fine. That's fine. I mean, yes, I do. Don't get me wrong. I love coming out to graveyards and finding the old military, but looking at history means something too. And here's W.M. McManus, 1891 to 1924. And here's DeWitt Jenkins, 1899 to 1936. Connie M. Jenkins, 1902 to 1986. Here's Robert F. Knight, 1876 to 1932. Mary Knight, 1876 to 1931. And here's Mary Alice Eugenia Funderburk, 1852 to 1955. J.B. Funderburk, 1852 to 1914. I hate to say it, this one's caving in like the other one over there. And that's going to do it for this one. We came out to the Spring Hill Baptist Church here in Traysville, North Carolina, or South Carolina. I'm sorry, South Carolina. The old church too. Oh my goodness, I didn't know this church was this old. But I hope you enjoyed this. Now, don't get me wrong. I love, like I said before, I love finding the military. I love going through and showing the military respect and everything. But when you got a graveyard like this, and it's got more history than military, that's fine too. So I'll take both. I can take both. I can take a lot of graves with military, and I can take a lot of graves with history. Because a lot of this was history right here. But please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit your bell to notify you when I upload videos just like this one. And if you want to donate to the channel, I'll leave my PayPal and Cash App in the description of this video and in my channel. So that's going to do it. Be safe. God bless. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember to let go and let God. Bye for now.